everybody, and welcome back. We have our second episode of this iRacing Talk series, what I'm calling it. Pretty much like a podcast kind of thing, but instead of nothing going on in the background, I'll have a couple laps of iRacing going on. But I'll just talk about some questions I've been asked and some NASCAR news and things like that. And this is the second one, so if you haven't seen the first one, go check that out. And I hope you enjoyed. So let's get into it. I think I'm going to start with some questions I was asked, and then I'll get into some topics and news and stuff. So the first question I was asked is, what is the rarest diecast that I have? And that is either the Chase Elliott 2013 Ontario Truck Win or his 2014 Homestead race version. Could be either one of those. Last time I checked, they were around the same price, and there's never a big amount on eBay or anything like that anywhere you would buy them. And there's only at max 3 at a time, and I haven't seen any Homestead cars on in a while. And like every once in a while I'll look for them just to see, but the only Homestead trucks I've seen recently has been like 2, and they were just the clean versions. They weren't the race version of the truck, so it's got to be one of those 2. There's a couple other Chase ARCA cars that I have that are relatively rare, but not as rare as those 2. Another question I have or got is, what is the next custom that I'll be getting? I honestly don't know. I have a list of customs that I'd like to get here at some point, and I'll just name a couple here. A couple of them are Kaz Gralla. We got more Spencer Boyds. There's a couple Chase Elliott's. DJ Kennington, Michael McDowell one. But the next one that I'll get, it'll probably be Kaz Gralla's Hot Scream car. It's probably going to be that one, or maybe the Michael McDowell 2016 Rat Rod, or Spencer Boyd throwback from 2018 in his Xfinity. It's got to be one of those 3. But there's others. I don't know right now. It all depends. But one thing's for sure, I do know who I'll be going to when I get it made. So, and then I think I'm gonna get into some of the topics, and the biggest one is that NASCAR had postponed races from, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was Atlanta through Dover. So they have had no racing since then. I mean, we've had iRacing, but no on-track action. And they were planning to have the first race be at Martinsville. And yesterday, I think it was, might have been the day before, but they had just canceled Martinsville. So now there's no racing for even longer. And they've said that they are planning on going racing in May. They don't know when that is. They're thinking or trying to go racing at Homestead, and they're trying to go racing without fans if possible. So I don't know how it'll work. I don't see how these tracks will be able to operate without fans, because so much of NASCAR in the tracks is the fan participation and the fans being there. I don't see how they'll go without fans. I know if they do, the TV numbers are going to skyrocket. That's for sure. That'll be pretty cool. But I don't see it. It'd be weird for sure. I mean, it wouldn't feel like a race weekend without the stands having hundreds of thousands of people there, tens of thousands of people, and I just I don't see how they can race without fans. I don't see how that'll work for anybody. But they were talking about, like I said, going racing at Homestead without fans for a while to see what happens and how this coronavirus goes. But I've also heard that the Charlotte, North Carolina mayor, I think it was the mayor, he said that he wants them to run the the Coke 600 no matter what. Like, he just said he wants them to run it, fans or no fans. He wants that race run. So I don't know if when's that race, July, I think. I don't know when this will all be over. So if they go racing in May like they say, and they go without fans, it's very possible that they do end up racing the Coke 600 and other races without fans. But what have they suspended? 5 or 6 races, maybe 7, around there. But even though they've suspended all those races, they say that they still plan on running all 36. So if there's anything to look forward to, that's it right there. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a schedule here for the revised, because they released one a while ago. Let's see if I can find it. But while there's some dead air, check out this Richmond. Yeah, I can't seem to find it right now, but let's see if I can find the statement from NASCAR about them postponing the race. That should be easier to find. Yeah, so their statement said that NASCAR is postponing the scheduled events on May 8th and 9th at Martinsville Speedway. Our intentions remain to run all 36 races with a potential return to racing without fans in attendance in May at a date and location to be determined. And then they just go on to say the health and safety of our employees, fans, and everybody is important. But yeah, I've heard Charlotte and Homestead as the tracks that they're trying to get back to, which is just so many unknowns right now about it, and there's nothing anybody can do, really. So we just gotta let it all play out. Hopefully we go back to racing with fans. It'd really suck to not be able to go to any races this year. As I know I definitely had a lot of plans, or a lot of race plans to go, and now I don't know if I'm sure I'll be able to go to one, at least. But I don't know when that'll be. I think next I want to talk about the NASCAR iRacing Pro Invitational, and it's kind of a mess. This is just another reason why they have to go back racing. They can't do this on iRacing because nobody takes it serious. I'm sure it'll be different if they did it for points, But I don't, it almost doesn't even interest me anymore. The races, they're wreck fests. People don't know what they're doing. They don't take it seriously. Clint Boyer got turned around yesterday by Bubba Wallace from a race 2 weeks ago, or from an event that happened 2 weeks ago. Bubba lost a sponsor. Kyle Larson lost a career. None of this it's not good. None of this is good. And I don't even really watch them anymore, to be honest with you. After the first couple weeks of being caution after caution and barely any green flag laps, I have no interest. I'd much rather go watch the Coca-Cola Series guys, because they actually have some decent racing. But that's just my opinion on that. Let me know what you think about how that eNASCAR Pro Invitational is going. But yeah, next thing I want to talk about is the Kyle Larson situation. Just kind of bring it up for a little bit. Obviously, he was fired by Chip Ganassi and suspended by iRacing and his sponsors and everything like that. But Chip Ganassi Racing came out and said they're not going to rush into finding a driver just because of this kind of lull in the racing. They said they're not rushing into finding a driver. They don't know when they'll be racing again, so they're going to take their time. Which, you know, that all makes sense. My thoughts on who will fill in. I strongly believe it'll be Ross Chastain, just because I don't know if he's under contract with them or not right now, but yeah, has run races with them in the Xfinity program the past couple of years, and he actually won with them. I think it was 2018, but I think it'll be Ross Chastain that goes in there and takes over the 42 for now. I could, honestly, it might just be a bad opinion or a bad idea, but there's parts of me that think Kyle Larson could go back to Chip Ganassi Racing, but I definitely think Kyle Larson will be back in NASCAR within the next couple of years. I just think he will. Somebody, a good team, not Spire or Brickware Racing, none of that. He'll be on a good team. And if Chastain goes to 42, I'd like to think that Newman is healthy enough and willing to drive and kind of return. But if he's not, I don't know who would go in. I would think it would be Cindric, or maybe, I don't know, I've also been hearing people talk about Greg Biffle being on standby. Maybe Kenseth could come back. I haven't heard a lot about that, but that'd be kind of cool. But there's just a whole bunch of different drivers that could fill in that 6. That would make sense. I've been hearing Chase Briscoe a lot, but I just really don't think he would. I just don't think he would make that move to Roush right now. And he's got a good thing with SHR, that Xfinity program, and he's next in line to be in a cup ride for him, so I don't know if he would go to Roush, even though it's only for a little bit. But hey, anything's possible. Let me know your thoughts on that too down below. I put that on my story last week at some point and asked people if Chastain would take over the 42, and if they said yes, then who would take over the 6 if no one could. So it's for not a lot of racing going on. There's still a lot of discussion, racing news, opinions, and thoughts going on. Gotta wait for it to come back. find any more questions here before I go to the next thing. I guess what is the least favorite diecast in my collection? I don't really have one. I guess every one I have is kind of for a reason. I just gotta turn the picture up. But every one that I have is for a reason. Like, I just didn't buy them just to buy them. So I don't really have a least favorite. But there are a couple that I'm selling just because I want, like, there's a Clint Boyer Jack Daniels one that I'm selling just because I want to get the New Hampshire win instead, because it's the same paint scheme except it's New Hampshire and a race version and all that. But I just haven't really advertised it. But other than that, there's not really any that I'm trying to sell at this point. What's the next one that I will be getting? I don't know. It probably be a Chase Elliott car. Just one of the ones that I don't have yet, so I can try and finish my Chase Elliott collection. Kind of update it a little bit. But if not, it'll probably be that Clint Boyer I'm talking about. You just never know at this point. But when I get one, I'll definitely let you guys know, because it'll be on my Instagram. So got a little sideways right there. I ran Richmond last night for the second time this week, so haven't been running a lot. I think I started 13th and finished 10th. Should have finished 6th, but there was a late race caution. Then I got on the restart. I lost 2 spots to get to 8th. Then I think there was another caution, and then on that restart, we were going 3 wide into the corner, and I was up high, and there's a guy that shouldn't have been 3 wide, and it was the guy in the middle that just dive bombed to the inside, and took us out. And I lost 2 spots, ended up P10, which I just needed top 11, so that was alright with me. But next thing I want to talk about, that reminds me, is iRacing, Etiquette, and just kind of things like that if you do. Coronavirus has probably quadrupled the number of iRacing members. Like, it used to be riding around, well, maybe not quadrupled, but it's risen quite a bit, but it used to be riding around maybe 5 to 7 or 8,000 online at a time, and now it's riding around 14 to 17,000. So the number of members online at a time has just gone up, and that means there's a lot of new people on here that see you on TV and they're like, oh, I can do that. Think they can go big time NASCAR driving if they go out and drive aggressively. I'm here to tell you that's not how it works. It's a lot different, and you just, if you're new, you don't have the same, I don't want to say ability, but you don't have the same experience as some of the other people that have been on it. Just some of the things, you gotta learn how to pace. There's a lot of people on here that just have trouble whether what they're doing, they're losing it. I've seen 4 people just yesterday lose it on pace laps. Just spin out. You gotta learn how to do that, like, and keep it straight. You gotta learn blocking. If you're gonna block, you can't. There's certain ways to do it, and you gotta time it right, because you can't block people. I had 2 people come across my nose trying to block me yesterday when I was there. Like, I was to their inside, and they just cut down. And there's just so many new people here. Don't know how to restart. There's a guy yesterday who literally hit the brakes and came to a complete stop on the restart, and it gave me a black flag because I had to get around him, and I tried to give him his spot back, and that's when he came to a complete stop. There's so much to this, and it's not just going straight, and there's a lot of new people here that don't understand that. So if you're new to iRacing, all I'm saying is just either watch some videos first or watch some of the peak guys, because it's not NASCAR. It's completely different, and it sucks when you get either taken out or given a black flag for something that you just had no control over. And I find that the rise in new members has caused that to happen a lot more than it did. And I just trying to save everybody from either losing iRating, or if you're the new one, getting yelled at in the driver chat, whatever it is, just be smart about it. You're not going to win it in the first turn, which is something they tell you every race in the driver chat. Just be patient. You don't need to be so aggressive, and just kind of let the race play out and you'll be fine. But that's all I got to say on that. I think that's about it for this one. Make sure to ask me some questions in the comment section, or I'll be doing another Instagram poll or ask me a question thing here shortly in the week. But ask me some questions, and I'll answer them in the next one. And hopefully we'll get some good topics to talk about in the next one as well. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.